Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the broadcast on this Sunday evening. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. And the time has come. It's the big one between Honduras and the United States in CONCACAF Olympic qualifying. It's the semifinals. It's winner take all. It's win and you're in, lose and you do not make the Olympics. That's the situation. That's the scenario. It's straightforward as it can get. This game taking place in Guadalajara, Mexico at Estadio Jalisco. Humid 90-degree afternoon in Guadalajara. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for Honduras, it's Guiti in goal, Decas, Garcia, Maldonado, and Melendez on defense, Palma, Rodriguez, Rosales, and Reyes in the midfield, and then up top, it's the combination of Obregon and Rivas, who joined Honduras in the middle of this tournament. On the other side of things, for the United States, it's David Ochoa in goal, the back line consisting of Sam Vines, Henry Kessler, Justin Glad, and Aaron Herrera. In the midfield, it's Andres Perea, Jackson Ewell, and Hassani Dodson. And then up top, it's George Mihailovic, Jesus Ferreira, and Jonathan Lewis. That's the lineup put forth by Jason Kreis, head coach of the United States U23 team. On the other side, it's Miguel Falero leading this Honduras team. Well, these two teams certainly have history at the U23 level. They met in 2015 in the qualifiers for the last Olympics in 2016. Honduras beat the U.S. 2-0 thanks to 2 goals from Albert Elise, who is now, of course, with the Houston Dynamo in MLS. The U.S. failing to make the Olympics the last 2 times around. Can they change that here as we look at win and you're in games for the U.S. since 2000 for Olympic qualifying? In 2000, they beat Guatemala. 2004, lost to Mexico. 2008, beat Canada. And as I mentioned, in 2015, fell to this Honduras side. All right, we're ready to go as we await the whistle. The referee is from El Salvador. It's Honduras in all white going from left to right in this first half. It's the U.S. in blue going from right to left in this first half. Honduras kick things off, and we are underway in the biggest game of these guys' careers so far, and maybe ever, depending on who comes out on the losing end, because the winner will certainly... Well, you could argue this is even a bigger game than the Olympics itself, because you have to win this single game to get there. Once you get to the Olympics, there's also high-stakes games, of course. But will it be Honduras or the U.S. to qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, which will, of course, take place this summer in 2021 as it was postponed a year? Henry Kessler to Justin Glad, and that's played ahead. Out of bounds for a Honduras throw-in. It's a 4:06 p.m. local time start in Mexico. And so the shade on the pitch only covering about a fourth of it on the far side, but most of the field is covered with sun as we speak. That will change as the game progresses, but it is 90 degrees. The weather's been a factor all tournament long. Honduras finishing first in Group B, the U.S. second in Group A. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks, Nicholas, for joining the broadcast. When does Canada play Mexico? That game is at 9 Eastern time, so 9 p.m. Eastern, after about an hour after this game ends, at the same stadium at Estadio Jalisco. So that's when the Canada-Mexico game is. Yep, that will be the second semifinal. The winner of these 2 semifinals tonight go to the Olympics this summer. Appreciate you stopping by this evening, Nicholas. Yeah, no, that will be a stern test for Canada. That Mexico team is no joke, but you never know what can happen in, winner-take-all games. As that's out for U.S. throw-in. It will be taken by Sam Vines, and because of the extreme heat, with the temperature being 90 degrees, there will be a hydration break about a half hour into each half. Jonathan Lewis turns it over in the midfield. Now it's with Maldonado of Honduras. Maldonado, the long ball forward. Cut out by Henry Kessler, who plays for the New England Revolution. And winning the throw-in here is Jackson Ewell, the captain of the U.S. Player down for Honduras, that's Christopher Melendez. He is their right back. Oh, where am I on the game clock? Thanks, Michael, for tuning in. Right now, I am at 3 minutes, 10 seconds into the match. So, yeah, I don't know how lined up I am with what you're seeing. But it shouldn't be too far off. I know there's a little delay on YouTube. I think by like 7 seconds or so. But, yeah, it's at 3:25, 26, 27 and counting. Yeah, no problem, no problem. We're just underway in Guadalajara. Thanks everyone for tuning in. High stakes game. All day I was excited for this one and nervous at the same time. It'll be the U.S. throw in here, and it will be Sam Vines to take it. Gets it back from Ewell. Ewell, the captain of this team. His cross is cut off by Edwin Rodriguez. Honduras can't clear originally, but now it's sent away across midfield. Contested header. Won by Glad, but it's back with Honduras. Here is Jose Reyes. Reyes. Into the middle. He finds Rigoberto Rivas. Rivas, the through ball. He finds Reyes. And this is a good-looking ball in, and closing down the angle is Ochoa, who makes the stop. It was offsides anyways, so it would not have counted had it gone in. Nonetheless, a nice stop by David Ochoa, his first test tonight. My score predictions for this game and the Canada-Mexico game. Ooh, man, I'll say the U.S. 2-1. I think they're going to edge it. I think they're going to edge Honduras out. I don't want it to be that nerve-wracking, but it's going to be a close game either way it goes. So I'll say the U.S. 2-1, and then probably Mexico 2-0. Yeah, I think I'd be real surprised if Canada somehow pulled off the upset and beat Mexico. I mean, I'm not ruling it out entirely, but that Mexico team, I think, clearly are the best team in this tournament. But you never know. You never know. We will have to wait and see. That's why they play the games. 5 minutes plus into this match. No score. We're just getting started in Guadalajara at Estadio Jalisco. Here is Edwin Rodriguez. And the reason this is so much different than any other thing you can experience in sports is because it is an under-23 competition. So for all of these players, if they lose today, this is most likely, it is for pretty much all of them, their only chance at getting into the Olympics. Because, of course, it's only every 4 years, and you have to be under the age of 23 for men's soccer to compete in the tournament. So you only get one chance for the most part, unless you're really young first time around, which is pretty rare. This is played out wide by Jonathan Lewis. But that pass is too far ahead for, I believe it was Mihailovic on that right-hand side. It'll be a goal kick for Honduras. Thank you. Thank you for joining the broadcast over on Periscope. Sauce B for the fame. I appreciate it. I like the username. Yeah, that's a really good point. We do have a bunch of young players and talented young players. Obviously, for these Olympic qualifiers, it's a U23 team, so it's bound to be a young team. But overall, when it comes to the senior team as well, the average age, of the team that was just in camp for these two friendlies this past week, their second one coming today, and a win against Northern Ireland. The average age is like 23 and a half, I think. So yeah, it's a very young side, a very promising side. Both this team, of course, at the U23 level, and then the senior team as well, who's very young in itself. Here's a throw-in taken by Sam Vines. And there's the first foul of the game committed by Rodriguez. Free kick on the way for the U.S. Yeah, Rodriguez was trying to reach out with his left foot and poke it away from Ewell. But Ewell got in position to draw the foul. And it's a free kick in a very promising area for the United States. Here's the delivery. 2 on the wall for Honduras. It's Reyes and Rodriguez on the wall. And the referee holding things up. The U.S. wanted to play it quickly. Vines is about to take it, but the referee talking things over. Now it's an in-swinging delivery by Mihailovic. Punched away. Guidi came out. It was a brave save in the end, but the Honduras goalkeeper made the right decision. It's out for a U.S. corner kick. I'm excellent at presenting the match. I appreciate that a lot, Michael. That's greatly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoy my commentary. I love doing it. So I love doing big games as well like this. So, by the way, Alex Guidi, the Honduras keeper, is now down. After he made that save, he was clutching at his head a little bit, appeared to be all right, but now he's gone down and will require medical attention. That's right. Honduras had to make a change due to a goalkeeper injury the other night when they played Canada. As Guidi will be evaluated. Let's see what happened here. I think it was on his landing, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. How do I like the starting lineup? I think it's a solid starting 11. I think it's the best. I think it's the best 11, honestly, that they have. I mean, obviously, there's plenty of talent, but overall, I like the 11 put forth by Jason Kreis because he didn't put out his strongest team against Mexico since the U.S. already knew they were through to the semifinals in this game. Even though, yes, that was a rivalry game against Mexico, this game obviously much more important because you have to win it to make the Olympics. So, yeah, I like our defense a lot. Vines, Kessler, Glad, and Herrera. The midfield solid. I've really liked Mihailovic. He impresses me. Ewell, I've watched for a while now with the Earthquakes, and he's the captain of the side. And then you've got Ferreira up top. Ferreira has been brilliant. So yeah, I think there's no issue whatsoever on the defensive side of things. And then we got a couple of guys who can definitely pose a threat up top. Yeah, I think it's the best team put forth, unsurprisingly, since this is a winner-go-home scenario. Yes, that is correct, Nicholas. Yeah, I'll display that comment here. Yep, that is correct. So those are the 14 teams that have qualified for the Olympics for men's soccer this summer. So the last 2 spots will be taken by the end of the night here. CONCACAF, the last region to decide who makes the Olympics. So yeah, you've got Japan, France, Germany, Spain, Romania. Yeah, New Zealand because they're in the weak Oceanian region. That's why. Here's a promising ball in, the strike just wide. It snuck its way through to the back post. Lewis with the opportunity, but could not put it on target from a tight angle. And then, yeah, you got Egypt, Ivory Coast, South Africa, from Africa. Australia is actually part of the AFC, the Asian Federation now. So that's why New Zealand, gets in from Oceania. And, yep, you got Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and then Brazil and Argentina are the 2 South American teams. That is correct, yep. So that's who the U.S. would join if they win this game and qualify for the Olympics. That's a big if, though. And then whoever wins the Mexico-Canada game later on will be the final team to punch their ticket to the Olympics this summer for men's soccer. It's a 16-team field, and those 16 teams will be locked in by the end of tonight for sure. Here's the goal kick taken by Guidi. All the way back for Justin Glad, who plays for RSL. Back for David Ochoa, who had that spectacular game against Costa Rica. It's given away in the middle. The steal by Edwin Rodriguez. Now it's laid out wide. Herrera defending. Honduras looking to get a cross in. It's taken to the byline, sent to the near post. And away it goes. Justin Glad with the clearance. And it will be a Honduras throw-in. 13 minutes play, no score in Guadalajara. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of the broadcast. And that pass just too far ahead of the ensuing Christopher Melendez, who's playing right back, but the two outside backs from Honduras, Melendez and Decas, not afraid to go forward. Oh, yeah, it looked like just before that, Melendez got stepped on. I don't need to tell you guys. That's a very unpleasant feeling when I've had that happen before, when someone with the studs of their cleats steps on your finger. That hurts a lot. This is played back to Guidi. Honduras working it out of the back. Now in possession is Joseph Arazo. Here's Reyes. Now on the right wing, it's Melendez. Here's a strike from distance. Wide in the end from Arazo. That was from way out. Never threatening for David Ochoa, though. These two teams met back in 2015 in this very competition in the Olympic Qualifiers. And it was a game in which Honduras beat the U.S. 2-0. 2 goals from Albert Elise, who now plays club soccer in MLS for the Houston Dynamo. And that's why Honduras went to the Olympics last time around instead of the U.S. And these two teams meet again with the same scenario. Win and you're in. Lose and you fail to qualify. That's touched by Melendez. The U.S. throw-in will be taken on the near side by Sam Vines of the Colorado Rapids. Here's Jonathan Lewis. It comes back to him. Lewis the strike. It goes over. Could not keep it low enough. Right at the edge of the 18-yard box, Lewis with the opportunity. But a goal kick it is for Honduras after a quarter hour of play. Yeah, he's leaning back a bit. And nowhere near the shot he was seeking. Goal kick. And Honduras definitely feel like a team that are being disrespected a bit. They're definitely an under-the-radar team. This is a talented side. They finished first in Group B for a reason. And, you know, all the talk's been about U.S., Mexico, even Canada more so than Honduras, I feel like, just because of the progress they're making. But Honduras, you cannot sleep on them. And the U.S. are well aware of that. Possession with the U.S. on the far side. Now switching fields is Glad. He'll find Henry Kessler. Kessler will reverse back to the keeper, Ochoa. And since this is a knockout game, if it were to be tied after 90 minutes, extra time would be required. And then if it was still tied after the extra 30 minutes, penalty kicks would decide who goes to the Olympics. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We'll talk about that once we get there if necessary. Here is Mihailovic. Mihailovic fended off. It's a nice steal by Arazo. Mihailovic wanted a foul, did not get it. And here come Honduras the other way. A nice turn by Rodriguez into space. Rodriguez gets it back. Here's the strike right into the hands of Ochoa. who's been tested on numerous occasions so far, hasn't been forced to make any big save yet, but has done what has been asked of him so far. Love some Ochoa, yeah. Yep. He is a good prospect. He was brilliant in the game against South Korea. Did I just say South Korea? What am I talking about? Sorry, I was looking at the last comment from Nicholas going over the teams that qualified for the Olympics this summer, and I was looking at the list, and my eyes saw South Korea when I was mid sentence, and I said South Korea. I meant Costa Rica. Oh yeah, babe. I'm going crazy. But yeah, Ochoa was fantastic against Costa Rica. Made some big time saves in that game. He was the reason they won. Really, he was man of the match, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I mean that's definitely the U.S. Main goal to return to the World Cup. Of course, biggest sports tournament there is, absolutely. But the Olympics, it's still important to get into, I think, because they've missed out the last two times, and that's the key for me. And as Sauce Before the Fame mentioned, this is a team that, or this is a U.S. team that is very young. It's a very young team, and so I think it would be a great experience and a great opportunity for a lot of these young players under the age of 23 to get experience playing in a big competition like the Olympics, a major tournament like that against some real quality teams. I think that would be very important as well. Exactly. It's important for this generation in particular. Obviously, in Europe for men's soccer, they see the Olympics as a joke. It's perceived differently everywhere since it is kind of weird with it being a U23 competition. But for U.S. soccer, this generation being so young being as young as they are, I think it would be a great experience for these guys to play in a big tournament like the Olympics and get that experience. Because I think it would be, I'll put it this way: if they miss out on the Olympics, it would be a big missed opportunity that could affect them in the long run. You never know, because it's not like the U.S. can play great competition, game in, game out. They're in a CONCACAF region that has some good teams like Mexico, Costa Rica, Honduras, Canada. It has some solid teams, but a lot of the region is it's okay, but it's not like the U.S. are playing the best teams in the world game in, game out. And that's the exposure you get in a tournament like the Olympics, playing in Argentina, playing in Brazil, playing in Germany, or a Spain. Here's a chance from distance, a cannon of a strike, but once again, it's right to Ochoa, who makes the comfortable save. Honduras have been settling for a lot of shots from distance, and I think the U.S. will be fine with that. They'll let Honduras take all of those shots from way out, as that switch of play just off the mark, intended for Mihailovic, but it will sail over the end line for a Honduras goal kick. No score yet, 20 minutes played, first half of action in this winner-take-all Olympic qualifying game. That one goes out of play. It will be a U.S. throw-in on this near side. It's thrown into Vines. Back to Kessler. Kessler, who's started all but one game. He came in as a substitute in the opener against Costa Rica, started against the Dominican Republic, Mexico, and now today against Honduras. I'm very familiar with Henry Kessler since the Revolution are my local club in MLS that I'm a fan of. And Henry Kessler plays for the Revolution, of course. It's one back here by the U.S. Jesus Ferreira out wide, down the right-hand side. Here's the service. Cleared away one time by Jose Garcia. It will stay with the U.S., a throw-in on the far side. The U.S. finished second in Group A after winning their opening 2 games, but then falling to Mexico in the finale of group play. Honduras finished first in Group B with 1 win and 2 draws. It was interesting how that group panned out. Your main concern for the U.S. men's national team World Cup qualifying is that the team is too young, Nicholas. I'm not concerned for that, honestly. Yeah, they're very young, but think about it. A lot of these young players are playing with big clubs in Europe. Just look at the lineup today that played against the Northern Ireland in a friendly. A lot of these players are playing with some of the best clubs in Europe. They're used to big competitions like the Champions League, and playing in some the top 5 leagues in Europe, and they've already gotten a good amount of experience at the club level playing against the best competition. So yeah, a lot of them are young, but a lot of them are in Europe right now, playing against some of the best competition, playing with some great clubs in European soccer. So I don't really see that as a concern. I'm glad, they're going with this young generation, because quite frankly, I think we're long past the time where we need to move on from, the prior generation. I mean, no offense to Josie Altidore and Michael Bradley and all of them, but it's time. It's time to really play our best teams and to put our best team forward, and that mainly, in my opinion, involves a lot of these young players who are very promising. Yeah, I agree. Berhalter is the concern. As this through ball is played too far ahead, it will go into the hands of Guidi, the Honduras keeper. Jesus Ferrer was making the run. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan when they signed Berhalter, but we'll see. I'll give him time. I'm not gonna criticize the guy right away. I mean, they haven't played a lot since the pandemic. This summer will be telling. We've got the CONCACAF Nations League, the Gold Cup, and then the Olympics with the U23 team, hopefully. And then in the fall, it'll be time for the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, that's true, Nicholas, about Northern Ireland. But yeah, his recruiting skills are top-notch indeed. Good question, Michael. Which teams do I support and which leagues do I watch? Well, I watch a lot. I do a little bit of everything, to be honest. So the teams I support most, definitely the New England Revolution MLS. I live about 10 minutes away from Gillette Stadium where they play. Here's a good ball towards the back post by Rivas. It did take a deflection. It'll be a corner kick for Honduras. The MLS and Premier League are definitely the 2 leagues I follow the most. Chelsea are my favorite team in the Premier League. And then I also watch Serie A, Bundesliga, a bit of La Liga. I used to watch the French league, but honestly, I don't know. It's just PSG every year, I feel like. Although this year it's a little bit different. But yeah, I would say I follow some teams. I wouldn't say I'm a supporter of teams in different leagues, but I kind of follow certain teams in each league. Like in La Liga, I like Real Madrid. In the Bundesliga, Dortmund, and then in Serie A, Inter Milan. But yeah, I'd say Premier League and MLS are definitely the leagues I watch the most. I watch a little bit of Liga MX, MX, but I'm not really a fan of any team. And then my dad's from Portugal, so I follow the Portuguese league quite a bit as well, and I'm an FC Porto fan. So yeah, that's on the club side. And then on the international side, I obviously am a huge U.S. fan, being from the U.S. And then my second team that I support for international soccer is Portugal, since my dad is from Portugal. So in like in the Euros this summer, Portugal will be the team that I'm rooting for. But I hate whenever Portugal play U.S. like in the 2014 World Cup, because that's tough. But I was born here in the U.S., so I have to give the U.S. the edge every time. But Portugal are definitely another team I root for. since my dad is from there. Yeah, I am dual national. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Prem1, for joining the broadcast. Yeah, I heard that Chelsea are going after Jesus Corona from Porto. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I am a Porto fan, as I mentioned. So I do watch Corona a bit, and he's one of Porto's best players. So I'm not really that surprised. I'll be interested to see though if Chelsea do ultimately get him. You know, it should be interesting. Yeah, it was all over their website. Yeah, exactly. If they get Corona, then either Havertz or Werner will most likely be out the door. Exactly. Well, we just had the hydration break. 28 minutes now played. It is a 90-degree afternoon in Guadalajara. And on the set piece, it's played short by Reyes. Here's a strike from outside the box. Ochoa making the save at the near post. He's certainly been tested more out of the two keepers. That pass up the line, controlled by Jonathan Lewis. Lewis plays it in the middle. This goes out wide for Mihailovic. And last touched by Rodriguez. It will be a U.S. corner kick here. How do I feel the USA is playing so far? They're doing all right so far. I think, they're as expected. This is the biggest game of these guys' lives. So there's going to be some nerves early on, but I feel like they're settling in a bit. Yes, Honduras have had more shots, but all of their shots have been from outside the box. I mean, the U.S. are happy to let them take those shots. I'd like to see the U.S. be a bit more creative in the attacking third, as here comes the corner, and it's a foul, it looks like, against Henry Kessler, who tried to get a touch on that ball, but was unable to do so. And it will be a free kick going out. But yeah, I think the U.S. have been all right so far. It can be better on the attack, I feel like. But I think as this game progresses, the U.S. will become more comfortable, and those nerves will settle down. That goes for both teams, of course. Your second favorite team is Nigeria, Nicholas? Yeah. Yeah, Nigeria are always a fun team to watch. They're always a fun team to watch. For sure. So I couldn't tell who it was from Honduras that was down, but this seems like quite a serious injury. There was a lot going on inside the box. And so we shall see. It is Jose Garcia. So Garcia will be helped up. They brought the stretcher out just in case, but he will get up to his feet on his own. Looks like he might have took a knee to the jaw, perhaps. But it seems like he's going to be ready to. He's going to be ready to come back in and continue. We are in the 31st minute, Nicholas, and I don't know who left a dislike. But hey, people can. I don't care if people, are unhappy with my content, then so be it. I mean, I appreciate them checking me out and tuning in. Not everyone has to like me, but I like what I do. And I appreciate those of you who enjoy tuning in as well, because I greatly appreciate it, and the interaction as well makes the broadcast better. So this is back for Guidi, under a bit of pressure here. And that will be a foul against Honduras. Yeah, a raised arm by Maldonado. Maldonado extended his right arm out, to the face of Mihailovic. The referee was all over it. And it's a free kick for the U.S. So here we go. The breakthrough goal will be a very important one. We'll see who gets that first goal. Can the U.S. grab it here? The center backs, Kessler and Glad, have gone forward. It's Mihailovic standing over the free kick. The referee making sure everything's set. 2 on the Honduras wall, stationed just at the edge of the box. Sent in towards the penalty spot, headed clear of the box. Back in by Lewis, but sent away once again by Honduras. And here they come, although it's a steal by Justin Glad, and he will win the throw-in. A dozen minutes remain in the half. 33rd minute. It's win and you're in to this summer's Olympics. Oh, wow, and a foul will be called against the U.S. here. Barging through was, I believe, Jonathan Lewis. And down went Christopher Melendez. Let's see here. Oh, no, it was from Ewell. Yeah, Ewell just came through a bit late. And that's where the foul occurred. Honduras switch fields. Here's Palma. Palma finds Rivas. Rivas, one of the best players for this Honduras team, will win the corner kick. His cross was blocked over the end line, and a set piece on the way for Honduras. Yeah, Rivas, a real threat whenever the ball is at his feet. Yeah, we do need Ewell to step up as captain. We do. We need something to provide a spark in the latter stages of this first half. Here comes the corner kick from Honduras. An outswinging ball all the way through, misfired by Garcia, but it comes out on the near side. Honduras still with it. And this cross from Palma is blocked by Ferreira. It will be a Honduras throw-in. Actually, it was blocked by Jonathan Lewis there. 10 minutes left until we arrive to it's first half stoppage time, rather. Do you think it's going to be 0-0 after 90 minutes, Nicholas? I mean, I hope not. That would make me much more stressed if this game goes to extra time. That's the last thing I want. Remember that CONCACAF Olympic Qualifying Semifinal action continues later tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Mexico against Canada. Same scenario as this game. The winner of that will punch their ticket to the Olympics this summer. You trust Ochoa in a penalty kick shootout? Yeah, I do too. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. But if it does, you're right. I would be confident. Although, penalty kicks are a nervy way to end the game if you're a fan of either team, and if you're the players. Foul called against Joseph Arazo. Ewell will take the free kick for the U.S. Playing it out wide is Justin Glad. Cutting back inside is Aaron Herrera. Now it's lifted up and headed clear by Melendez. One back, though, by the U.S. Going wide is Andres Perea, who plays for Orlando City. Now here's Vines, back to Perea. One-touch pass. Lewis could not control. And now Honduras looking to spark a counterattack. It's a nice recovery, though. Tracking back was Hassani Dotson. And here in the middle is Andres Perea. 37 minutes played. Perea with some pressure by Rivas. Now it's lost. And taking it ahead is Jose Reyes. Reyes with a poor pass right to Aaron Herrera. And now it's Mihailovic on the turn. Played out wide. Now on the left wing. Here's Sam Vines. Vines with the in-swinging ball. Jose Garcia there to deal with it. The U.S., though, right back in possession. It's back with Ewell. Ewell now finds Perea. Now it's Justin Glad. Poor pass out wide, and it sent out of play. It'll be a Honduras throw-in. It'll be Wesley Decas to take it. The left back for Honduras. This is back to Vines. Vines now with Kessler. The game slowed down a little bit these last few minutes as we inch closer to halftime, and that ball down the line too far ahead for Aaron Herrera, and it is turned over, a Honduras throw in here. Decas will take it. And Honduras will switch the point of attack. Now it's out on the near side. Some space to cover here. Now slowing it down and hitting the brakes was Garcia. This is Arazo. Popped into the air. Looking to win it is Perea. Knocks it away, but it falls right to Arazo. Here's a strike from distance once more. Blocking that effort was Justin Glad. And here's Honduras once again. Out wide. It's played for Melendez. Melendez to Arazo. And in traffic, Reyes loses it. Here come the U.S. It's Mihailovic with not any support right now. And his last touch gets away as Decas plays it back to the keeper, Guiti. Coming up shortly at halftime, I'll give you a recap of the first half and give you a preview of the CONCACAF Champions League, which is just a week and a half away, folks. I am super pumped for the CONCACAF Champions League. I enjoyed covering it back in December when the tournament resumed with the quarterfinals on from Orlando. Unfortunately, LAFC came up just short. I was hoping an MLS team would win it, but credit to Tigres, who then represented CONCACAF well in the Club World Cup, where they ultimately lost to Bayern in the final, but made it competitive, that's for sure. It was just a 1-0 game, that Club World Cup final between Tigres and Bayern Munich in Qatar a few months ago. And yeah, the CONCACAF Champions League is always fun. Obviously, the UEFA Champions League is the king of kings. That goes without saying. And I love doing UEFA Champions League games as well. But I thoroughly enjoy, the rivalries between MLS and Mexican clubs that we see in the CONCACAF Champions League. There's always some extra on the line when Mexican and U.S. clubs meet at the club level. Not only the international rivalry that exists. Yeah, going back to that Honduras chance moments ago, it was actually off the back side, basically the back of Reyes, and it fell behind him, and it nearly worked out for him, but he couldn't get a shot away in the end as the ball played ahead by his teammate went off his back shoulder, I suppose. There are fans in attendance at Estadio Jalisco at a limited capacity, of course, and this place will start to really fill up towards the end of this game for the Mexico-Canada game, since this tournament is in Mexico, and the Mexican fans have shown pretty well for their home team. So we can expect a lot more fans to file in for that Mexico-Canada game, which is the second game of this doubleheader at Estadio Jalisco. That's a nice steal by Aaron Herrera. That pass is given away, and here come Honduras. On the right wing, looking for options, it's Reyes. He gets it to Arazo. U.S. got everyone behind the ball at the moment. And that long ball is cut out by Vines. 2.5 minutes until we will reach first half stoppage time. Free kick given, quickly taken by Ewell. Space opening up here. It's played ahead by Dotson. Cut back to the spot. And it was let go by Mihailovic for Ferreira, but it never got through. And now Honduras start the attack the other way. A collision off the ball. Honduras player down. Still leading the attack, though, is Rigoberto Rivas. Rivas finds Reyes. U.S. get numbers back. Honduras looking for some support. And Rodriguez will now just play it out because the Honduras player, I still can't make out who it is down. He collided with Kessler. I couldn't really see exactly what happened. It was an off-the-ball incident. And, yeah, let's see. I want to see the replay. I really do. Because I don't know what even happened. But, you know, play continued. Eventually it was sent out of bounds because of the injured player. Yeah, that was just to be like a collision. It was between Kessler and Obregon. Obregon is the man down for Honduras. Or was it? It was either him or Garcia there. Either way, that player appears to be all right. He'll be able to continue. Yeah, I think that's Obregon. So we'll probably have a few minutes of stoppage time. 2 or 3 most likely. We'll see. We're about 30 seconds away from reaching the 45-minute mark. No score in this CONCACAF Olympic Qualifying Semifinal. And the U.S. will throw it in and play it back to Honduras as a sign of sportsmanship. Honduras were in possession and played it out due to the injured player. This is sent ahead for Reyes. Reyes with a nice burst of acceleration. And the cross cut out by Kessler. It will be a corner kick for Honduras. Wow, we'll have 4 minutes of first half stoppage time. I thought 3 would be the most, but nope, 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half. So still plenty of time here before we reach the intermission. So here we go with the set piece. The first goal will be a crucial goal. There's no denying that in a game with the stakes as big as they are. They'll play it on the ground. Return pass, and now a shot. No problem, as Rodriguez's effort is comfortably dealt with by Ochoa. I'm not sure if Rodriguez meant for that to be a curling shot. I think he was trying to cross it, but didn't get what he was looking for. Kessler taken down, still got the pass away, and knocked off the ball was Jonathan Lewis. Lewis looking to win it back. And that pass given away in the middle. Won by Jesus Ferreira of FC Dallas. 1 minute gone in the minimum of 4 here in stoppage time. Here now is Henry Kessler. Kessler into Jackson Ewell. Ewell's through ball, cut out in the end by Erazo. And look at this chance. Is the flag up? Yes, it is. Offsides is called against Rigoberto Rivas. Yes, indeed. That is very true. The U.S. need to win. Watch and pray. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that a lot, by the way. Thanks to everyone for stopping by. Yep, it's a must-win game. It's as simple as that. If they fail to win this game, then it's a failure. You know, they haven't qualified for the Olympics the last 2 times. There's no excuse here. Oh wow! And look at this tussle. Kessler falls on top of Obregon, and now they're going at it. Obregon standing over Kessler was clearly not happy, and Ewell, the captain, comes over to have some words with number 9 from Honduras, Obregon, and both teams will now have to be separated. The temper's starting to flare a bit. We do have a yellow card coming out to Kessler, I believe. Yep, and there it is. It isn't quite hockey, Nicholas, but no fight, but certainly some bad blood here. Certainly some bad blood. So yellow card given to Henry Kessler, the first booking of this game. Maybe that's what this game needs, because things were, slowing down a bit. The game was at a bit of a slow pace the last quarter of an hour. But maybe that's what we need, some feistiness to have these teams come alive. So about a minute remains in the half. Here comes the Honduras free kick. It's chipped ahead to Rivas. Rivas to the near post. No one making a run there for Honduras. The U.S. cleared away. And now it's driven back in. What a ball. The header to the goal line, and it's sent over. Honduras have taken the lead. It's Obregon who puts Honduras on top 1-0 in the 49th minute. Absolute gut punch to the United States. And this ball was a gorgeous delivery. And Honduras celebrate the opening goal in probably the final play of the first half. Let's take a look back at the replay here. This is a brilliant delivery. And then headed across the face of goal, sent over the line by Obregon. However, Ochoa is claiming there was a handball. Let's see the replay here. No, I think it went off his side. This seemed to be legal. Obviously, the referee had a very difficult angle. Or did it touch the right hand? There's no VAR in these Olympic qualifiers, keep in mind. But it's in the back of the net. The goal is given, and Honduras have taken a 1-0 lead in the 49th minute here in the first half. Oh my is right. This is not good. Yeah, Honduras did beat Mexico a year ago. Yeah, this is a quality Honduras side, but there is no VAR. There is no VAR. And so Honduras take the lead. There's the halftime whistle. So 45 minutes played, 45 to go, and it's Obregon's goal who has Honduras in the lead. I'll be back after the break with the halftime report. Don't go anywhere. The U.S. up against it, trailing by a goal. Yeah, super sloppy defense indeed, and they're punished for just that. 45 more minutes still to play, but the U.S. are trailing. I'm back right after this quick break for the halftime report. Stay tuned. All right, hello everybody, and welcome into the halftime report here on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Honduras have found the opener 1-0. They lead the United States in this winner-take-all game in the CONCACAF Olympic Qualifiers. 49th minute goal from Obregon, the last play of the first half. And the U.S. trailing after 45 minutes. Yeah, not good, Lon. Thanks for joining over on YouTube. Let's go over the first half highlights. 9 minutes in, first chance for the U.S. came on a free kick. It was a brave punch away from danger by Guidi, who had appeared to injure his neck on the play, but would be able to continue. And then in the 12th minute, great ball played across to the back post. Lewis, though, sent it wide from a tight angle. Then in the 29th minute, Honduras would create their best chance up to this point, strike from distance. In the end, comfortably saved at the near post by Ochoa. A lot of the chances for Honduras came from outside the 18-yard box. And then in the 4th minute of first half stoppage time, last play of the first half, the goal would come. A brilliant ball played to the back post, and it was just onside, headed across the face of the goal, and then Obregon hitting it with his left thigh first, then falling onto the ball, and it went off his side and over the goal line. It was enough to put Honduras in the lead, and that's exactly as you said, Nicholas, the worst time to concede. That's not the type of way you want to end the half if you're the U.S. The total shots, 6-4 Honduras. The shots on target, 3-0 in favor of Honduras. They've had 3 corners. The U.S. have had 2. The only statistic where the U.S. lead is in possession, 56 to 44% in that category. But as I was mentioning earlier in the first half, they really haven't done enough with that possession. Execution-wise in the attacking third, the execution just hasn't been there. It hasn't been there. The final pass, haven't been able to connect. They really haven't challenged Guidi, the Honduras keeper, yet whatsoever. And it simply needs to be better attacking-wise from this U.S. team. And now they'll need to go for it, trailing by a goal. Biggest game of these players' lives up to this point, no doubt about it. Well, coming up after the break when the halftime report continues, I'll preview the CONCACAF Champions League, which gets underway in just 9 days' time. That's on the other side. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back in, everybody. The CONCACAF Champions League round of 16 is just around the corner. It begins April 6th. I'll definitely be on the call for a number of those games. On April 6th, Marathon takes on Portland Alajuelense against Atlanta, Arcaye against Cruz Azul. Then on the 7th of April, Saprissa takes on Philadelphia, Leon versus Toronto, Olympia against America. And on the 8th, Real Esteli takes on Columbus, and Monterrey also in action. So those are the 8 round of 16 matchups to look forward to in the CONCACAF Champions League. I can't wait to see how the MLS clubs do. I feel like this is the year where an MLS team finally wins CONCACAF Champions League. We shall see. Yeah, the USA definitely don't have the momentum right now. That's for sure, Nicholas. But they got to get some here in the second half. They have to come out strong to start the second half. We will see if they can do just that next. Second half kickoff is on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. The stage is set for the start of the second half from Estadio Jalisco in Guadalajara, Mexico. The other CONCACAF Olympic qualifying semifinal is later tonight when Uriel Antuna and Mexico take on Tajon Buchanan in Canada. That's at 9 Eastern time, about an hour after this one between Honduras and the U.S. ends. So 1-0 Honduras lead. We are set for the start of the second half. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight, and a big second half ahead. The U.S. will be, they'll have to play with some urgency now. They really do. You reviving to World Cup songs? Nice, nice. That's always something fun to do, isn't it? So the U.S. will have to play with some urgency now, trailing by a goal, as both teams are on the pitch, ready to go for the second half. Obery Gone's goal is the difference between the two sides on literally the last play of the first half. And so here we go. Let's see what the second half has in store. I have a feeling we're going to have some drama here in the final 45 minutes. We'll see. Final 45 of regulation, that is, of course. And so here we go. The whistle is blown by the Salvadorian referee, and we're underway in the second frame in Guadalajara at Jalisco Stadium. The U.S. in blue going from left to right in the second half. Honduras in white going from right to left in the second half. That's how to play for U.S. throw-in. No halftime substitutions made by either team. Both teams are able to make 5 changes. And a look at the goals scored in this tournament. First half goals, Honduras have had 5 in the first half, just 1 in the second half. The U.S. have been the exact opposite, just 1 first half goal in this tournament, 4 of them coming in the second half. Oh, sorry, there was 1 halftime substitution. I apologize. Sebastian Saucedo came in for Georgij Mihailovic. So that was the 1 change. I apologize on that. So Saucedo is into the game. Jason Kreis making changes, seeing if Saucedo can make an impact. Other options off the bench include Marcinkowski, Araujo, Pineda, Tessman, Freeze, Michel, Cardoso, and Soto. All options on the bench for the United States. Yeah, well, if things continue to not work for the U.S., they're gonna have to try some different things. I think we'll see, probably substitutions sooner rather than later from Greg Berhalter if the U.S. don't get that equalizer, say in the first 15 minutes of this half. So if this current result holds, it will be Honduras going to the Olympics. Oh, what a giveaway! And it's into the back of the net. Ochoa's clearance blocked by Palma, and it's in for the second goal of the game. Honduras have doubled the advantage. Unbelievable. An unbelievable mistake at a horrible time, and the mountain just got steeper for the U.S. Wow. 2 minutes into the second half, and the U.S. ended the first half just the way they didn't want to, and they start the second half in nightmare fashion. The absolute worst possible outcome for the start of the second half for this U.S. team. Wow. Unbelievable. So looking back at the replay, it was played back by Herrera, and then Ochoa just so nonchalant, looking to play it wide. And then there, he was trying to play it back to Justin Glad. It was blocked, and over the line it went. That's just the worst kind of goal to give up. And Luis Palma all over it. And it's Honduras with a 2-goal lead. An absolute nightmare start to this half for the United States. Wow. Yeah, it was crazy, Nicholas. It's literally, this is tough. Yeah, I know you're a Canada fan, but literally, Ochoa, the goalkeeper, had the ball at his feet, was trying to play it out wide, and the Honduras player Luis Palma was right there to block the pass, and it went off his foot and into the back of the net, trickling over the line. That's how the goal came about. Just absolutely awful. And now if the U.S. have any chance of coming back, this is where we need to see a response as soon as possible at this point. A yellow card given out to Aaron Herrera for slamming the ball down in frustration. The U.S. can't let that frustration take over, though. They can't afford to let that happen. They can't let their emotions get to them. That was offsides against Honduras. Quick free kick taken by the U.S. No, it wasn't an own goal. It was like the goalkeeper for the U.S., Ochoa. He was trying to pass it out wide, and then the Honduras guy blocked that pass, and it went right off the Luis Palma's foot and into the net. Like he blocked the pass, and the block was powerful enough that the ball went over the line and into the goal. So yeah, like Palma, the Honduras striker, wasn't trying to score, but he was just trying to block the pass and get in the way of it. But happened to be that, as he blocked that shot, it came off his foot with enough power to go over the goal line. 5 minutes played in the second half. Out wide it goes for Aaron Herrera. Herrera with a nice move. Herrera to the byline. Here's a chance. The cross pinballing through. Honduras, though, clear. And now here they come on the counter. Cutting into the middle is Rivas. Here's Rigoberto Rivas. Rivas still going. Through ball. Here's a chance. Cross to the back post. And there's the shot that goes just wide. Oh, my goodness. So close for Honduras to a third. Jose Reyes really should have done better with this. Wow, things just unraveling quickly for the United States. Great ball played across into a dangerous area by Rodriguez. And let's see. Yeah, the ball was just too far away from Reyes. He was off balance on the strike, and it just went wide of the post. I thought it was going in. And the U.S. have to take control, or else this could get out of hand in a hurry. What a nightmare start to the second half. If this result holds, it will be Honduras advancing to the Summer Olympics. Oh, that's a nice steal. Here comes Jackson Ewell. Ewell leading the attack for the U.S. Ewell with the strike. Oh, what a goal! Jackson Ewell! What a golazo! And the U.S. have cut the Honduras lead in half. Just like that, the U.S. are back in it. It's the captain for the United States, Jackson Ewell, who's pulled them right back into it. Oh my goodness, it's a superb strike from the midfielder, the captain of the U.S. with an unbelievable strike. This was from way out. Brilliant strike onto his favorite right foot. Top left corner. No way Alex Guidi was getting to that. Wow, perfectly placed strike. And the United States are right back into this game, folks. What a start to the second half. A 52nd minute goal. It's 2-1. And we are back in it indeed, Michael. Absolutely. We're back into this game just like that. Here we go. We are in the 52nd minute, Nicholas. A much-needed goal indeed. Jackson Ewell with a brilliant strike. And now the U.S. trying to take advantage of the momentum they now have. They went from Honduras nearly taking a 3-0 lead to the U.S. getting right back into this game. 2-1 now the score. And it will be Salcedo to take the free kick. This is a free kick just a couple yards out of the box. Salcedo floats one in to the back post. Headed away by Garcia in the one-time strike. It's sent high and wide. An ambitious effort, but you can't blame that effort. What an important goal, though, that is for the U.S. Just hugely important. The shots right now, 9-4 Honduras. The shots on goal, 6-1. That goal right there from Ewell, that was the first shot on goal in this game. And as I said, can the U.S. feed on this momentum? That's the big question. Great touch to keep it in play by Luis Palma, who had the second goal off the mistake by Ochoa. That's turned over in the midfield. Touch from Jonathan Lewis, and it is out for a USA throw-in. Wow, this is turning out to be a spectacular game, folks. In a winner-take-all game. The winner goes to the Olympics. The loser will not qualify. That's what's at stake. The biggest games for all of these that any of these players have played and up to this point in their careers. The stakes as high as ever. Saucedo does win a throw-in on the far side. 10 minutes played in the second half. 55 minutes in, 2-1 Honduras lead. It was 1-0 Honduras at the half. A horrible mistake by Ochoa led to a Palma goal to make it 2-0. And then the U.S., a few minutes later, responding with a brilliant strike from Jackson Ewell. Here's a Honduras throw now. Wesley Decas to take it. Decas goes up the line. It's won back by Andres Perea. Now on the chase is Jonathan Lewis. He will commit the foul. Getting there first was Jose Garcia. It'll be a free kick going out. Yeah, Garcia just came across and Lewis got tangled up with him. And the craziness of the weather in Guadalajara is that the temperature has actually got warmer than it was at kickoff. At kickoff, it was 90 degrees. It's now 92 degrees. But the good thing is nearly the whole field is now covered in shade. At kickoff, about a little more than 3/4 of the field was had the sun shining right down on the pitch. But now essentially all of the field is covered in shade. It is 5:22 local time in Guadalajara. Here now is Jackson Ewell, the captain, leading the way for this team and scoring an all-important goal for the United States. Now it's Jonathan Lewis. And it's out of play for a Honduras throw. And we'll see for the rest of this game, as long as Honduras maintain the lead, this will be, for every set piece, Honduras will take a lot of time. By the way, the U.S. men's national team players tweeted that they're up and watching their U23 team. Remember, they're in Northern Ireland right now, where it's 12:23 in the morning. But they are up watching the U23s. A lot of those players with the men's national team at that camp are eligible to play for the Olympic team this summer if the U.S. do qualify. Yeah, that's a good question, Michael. Why are some of our best under 23 players not on the team? Well, the answer to that is since the Olympics aren't a FIFA sanctioned tournament, the clubs aren't allocated. They aren't required to release their players to play with the Olympic qualifier team. So it's not really up to the players. So that's why pretty much all of these players play in MLS, because it's the MLS offseason right now, and the clubs are fine for the most part with their players playing with this team since they're in preseason right now and not in the middle of their seasons. But for the best under 23 players that are playing in Europe, the clubs, didn't have to release them. They didn't have to. And plus with COVID, they didn't want, their players to be going all the way across, the globe to Mexico, doing that much travel. Whereas the U.S. senior team that are in camp right now had their two games take place there in Europe, so there wasn't as much travel. So that those are the main reasons why. Plus, the U.S. senior team is playing, within the time period of the international break, whereas this qualifying tournament started before the international break. So yeah, that's the explanation. It's a bit complicated, but that's why. As this is sent in, the header by Garcia is wide, and now it's cleared away by Ewell. It will be a Honduras throw on the near side. But yeah, if Hopefully they do. Hopefully the U.S. come back here, and if the U.S. do qualify for the Olympics this summer, we could see a number of the players that weren't on this qualifying team that play for European clubs take part with that Olympic team if they do qualify. Like Christian Pulisic said this past week that if they do qualify, he'd like to play for them. Now we'll see if that would be the case. But of course, the Gold Cup will be going on at the same time as the Olympics, so there'll be big decisions to make. It'll be very interesting because a lot of the players for the U.S., a lot of the best players for the U.S. men's national team are under the age of 23, are very young still, and would be eligible. So yeah, it's very interesting to say the least. So we've reached the hour mark. 2-1 Honduras. Thanks all for tuning in on this Sunday evening. This is chipped ahead by Rodriguez, but too much pace as it's over the end line for a U.S. goal kick. Yeah, it looks like soon enough Sebastian Soto will come on for Jesus Ferreira. It's been an underwhelming performance from Ferreira, who did impress me with the U.S. senior team against Trinidad back in January, and then even earlier on in the group stage of this qualifying tournament. But he's been pretty quiet tonight. Here's a nice move into the middle. It's a pass that's cut off. Good idea by Aaron Herrera, but it's won back by Honduras. And that's poked away by Ewell for a Honduras throw-in. And now here comes that U.S. change I alluded to. It will be Sebastian Soto coming into the match. He'll actually be replacing Perea. So Perea is the one who makes way. Second substitution made by Jason Kreis. Honduras still with their starting 11 out there. We'll see when they make their first change of the evening. Challenge there, and it is a foul against Jose Garcia. Free kick awarded to the U.S. It's once again a free kick in a dangerous area as Hassani Dotson was taken down. Certainly looked like he might have sold that one. I don't know how much contact there really was from Garcia, but Dotson certainly convinced the ref that it was free kick worthy. And it is Ewell standing over it. Great ball into the back post, headed by Ferreira. There's Jonathan Lewis, and it's cleared off the line. Now it's back with Ewell. And a foul in the end committed by Jackson Ewell. And now there's another scuffle here. Jesus Ferreira's going at it. Ewell got a hand thrown at him. Honduras aren't happy, but Ewell had every right to go for that ball. That wasn't dirty whatsoever, but Honduras certainly wasn't pleased with the challenge from Jackson Ewell. He was trying to play the ball and then followed through on the shin. Yeah, that one hurts. Followed through on the shin of Rosales. Jonathan Lewis with a header, and it was cleared about 2 yards from the goal line. It was headed away by Wesley Dacos. What a chance that was for the U.S. And that's where the United States can be real dangerous from those set pieces. So we're in the 64th minute now. Free kick for Honduras. Ewell won't be booked. Honduras clearly wanted a yellow card to be shown to the American captain. But he goes unbooked, and it will be the goalkeeper, Guidi, to take the Honduras free kick. Flicked on by the head of Obregon, who scored the first goal, and it's turned over by Sam Vines. Or rather, it was Justin Glad. Now Honduras looking to capitalize. Down the left wing, it is Edwin Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Jose Reyes. Battle for the ball here. Rigoberto Rivas spins away from Herrera. Now at the edge of the box, Rodriguez taken down. Ferreira commits the foul in a very bad area. And this sets up a Honduras free kick. They'll be able to pose a threat from this kind of range. Everyone from Honduras wants to take this free kick. They've got 4 guys asking for it. Yeah, that's a late clumsy tackle from Ferreira. This sets up for a very dangerous free kick. 65 minutes played. 2-1 Honduras. Lead by a goal. No yellow card given. No yellow card. Just a common foul. So 4 on the wall. It's Ewell, Kessler, Glad, and Soto on the U.S. wall. A deep breath here, and it will be Palma to take the free kick, looking for his second goal of the evening. Palma over the wall and over the bar. Couldn't get the dip he wanted. In the end, the U.S. go unscathed after a very dangerous free kick opportunity. A reminder, if this result holds, it will be Honduras advancing to this summer's Olympics. The U.S., though, trying to fight back. They trailed 2-0, now down by 1. And the other semifinal, the CONCACAF Olympic Qualifiers, is next when Mexico takes on Canada at this very stadium. Herrera just kept that ball in play for the U.S. We are in the 66th minute. Oh, that gets away from Kessler. Glad will go back to Ochoa. Ochoa to Ewell. Yeah, the ball at moments, I'm not, excusing the U.S. at all, but it's been the case for both teams. The ball at times have taken some really awkward bounces. The field doesn't seem to be in the best condition. There are a couple of bumps on the pitch. It's kind of made for some awkward, passes. Here's Jonathan Lewis cruising through. Down he goes. And a free kick given at the edge of the box. A yellow card given to Melendez. And here's the chance the U.S. have been looking for. It'll be a set piece from about a yard outside the 18-yard box. Melendez shown yellow. And what a chance this is for the U.S. Lewis just so good with that pace of his. And in the end, the only way Honduras could stop him was by committing the foul. Yeah, here we go. This is quite the chance. 3 quarters through this match, 68th minute. And a U.S. free kick. Jonathan Lewis still down. He's just got back to his feet with the assistance of his teammates. Gingerly walking, but he appears to be all right to continue. And what an opportunity this is right here. We'll see how many Honduras put on the wall. They will have someone lay down behind the wall. We've seen that become more common really around the world in club and international soccer. Guidi sets up his wall. Ewell and Vines are over it. 5 on the Honduras wall. I don't know if that's 10 yards. Here's the strike nonetheless. Oh, a save made by Guidi. What a chance. Trying to tuck that in the bottom right corner was Jackson Ewell. Seeking out that far post. It's a good save by Guidi, who had his eye on it all the way through. It will now be a U.S. corner. Third of the game, it's Jackson Ewell to take it. It's a right-footed out swinger. Headed into the air and snatched by Guidi. The U.S. can't make anything of that corner kick. Let's go back to this free kick. Yeah, it was a quick reflex. Guidi got down in a hurry. Ewell trying to pick his corner, and that was going in. That was going in, I can assure you that, had Guidi not gotten there in time. It's actually the first save he's made all game long. That ball intercepted. Here's Jose Reyes for Honduras. The last thing the U.S. can afford is to allow another goal. A little over 20 minutes until we reach second half stoppage time. This is flicked in, but just beyond the reach of Rosales. Ochoa's there. Yeah, going back to that earlier chance for the U.S., it was a Jonathan Lewis header that was cleared from 2 yards out, headed away by Decas, who was at the right place at the right time. Or else that was going in from Lewis. Here's a curling ball to the 6-yard box, headed out of danger by Maldonado. It will be the 4th corner kick of the game now for the United States, who are certainly posing a threat and seeking that equalizer. Honduras will make their first change of the game. Rigoberto Rivas will make way. He'll be replaced by Nunez. So Nunez comes on. That's the first substitution of the game for Miguel Falero's side. Now Ewell's corner kick taken. Garcia got ahead to it. This ball will stay in bounds. It's controlled nicely by Ewell. Ewell trying to get around the defender, but Luis Palma's there to clear. All the way back it goes to David Ochoa. Ochoa out wide for Aaron Herrera. Am I very nervous? Yes, I am. I'm very nervous, if you can't tell. Hey, don't be sorry. This is what sports are all about. When you're a diehard fan of a team, nerve-wracking times come with the experience. That's just part of the experience. And then jubilation at other times. And sometimes agony. You never know. That's what's great about sports. That's how to play for a U.S. throw. 72 minutes now played, and here comes another U.S. change. And now Jesus Ferreira will come off, it appears. Nope, it's Dotson right now. So Dotson will come off for Tanner Tessman of FC Dallas. Dotson was part of that camp in January when they played Trinidad and Tobago. He appeared in that game. But I believe this is his first appearance in this tournament. He was added to the roster just a day before the tournament started. And now we will have our second half hydration break. It's 92 degrees in Guadalajara. The heat, no doubt, a factor. Wow. This is panning out just how I thought it would. It was always going to be a game that would come down the wire, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. This game completely changed after that Ochoa mistake that led to a second goal for Honduras, but it was the response from the captain, Jackson Ewell, that has given the U.S. some hope. And they're certainly very much in this game. They need one more to tie. As both teams hydrate, rejuvenate, and get set for the final 15-plus minutes. We are 73 minutes in, Nicholas. So we're coming down to the wire. Can the U.S. grab a late equalizer? That's the question. Well, this will definitely be an interesting final quarter hour. We can expect a substantial amount of stoppage time because you already know there's going to be some good amount of time wasting from this Honduras team, who have the 1-goal lead. And so here we go. The U.S. with a throw-in. Dodson out, Tessman into the game. We'll see if these changes can make an impact for Jason Kreis's side. That's one back by Jesus Ferreira. Now the U.S. switch fields on the near side. With it is Aaron Herrera. Through ball, Jonathan Lewis on the chase. He gets around the defender. Lewis with a chance. He goes down, but a foul was called against him before. Wow, Lewis in disbelief. It was a great effort by him. But apparently he did commit a foul in the buildup. Wow. Let's see here. Let's see about this. What? What? Where's the foul? I mean, come on. How is that a foul? Wow, that's some horrible officiating there. That's nonsense. That is awful. I mean, come on. Lewis did nothing illegally right there. Yeah, that's definitely fishy, Michael. I mean, that was blasphemous. I mean, he didn't even touch him. He didn't even touch him. Yeah, you're getting some rage from me. I try to be neutral in my commentary, but sometimes my fandom gets the best of me. I mean, that was just ridiculous. There was nothing that Lewis did wrong. He went around the defender, didn't even extend his arm out or anything. He just slipped right by the defender and would have been in on goal, and Honduras would have been in a whole lot of trouble. Honduras got a big break there. Oh, that escapes the foot of Herrera. Lack of concentration for a split second, and it'll be a Honduras throw-in. Here's the Honduras throw-in. It goes down the line, headed back out of play. If this result holds, it will be Honduras advancing to this summer's Olympics. The U.S. can come back and win. They will be one of the two CONCACAF representatives at this summer's Olympics for men's soccer. Stepping in to win it is Tessman. Tessman plays a long ball forward, perhaps causing some issues, but Maldonado controls it with the head and now sends it down the sideline. Getting there first for the U.S. is Henry Kessler. He will win the throw-in. 13 minutes until we reach second half stoppage time. 77 minutes played. That's a foul against Honduras. Free kick awarded. The U.S. know that it's now or never. They got to play with urgency at this point. Here's Aaron Herrera. Kicked away. Herrera quickly takes the throw-in. Ferreira. Back for Glad. Glad will find Ewell. Now it's Henry Kessler in possession. Kessler gets it back from Glad. He'll go out wide with it. Vines finds Tessman. Tessman whips one in, headed clear of danger. Only as far as Justin Glad. Now Jackson Ewell. Here's Tessman. He's got Vines. Vines with a cross. But Guidi comes out to claim that ball. Oh, sorry, Nicholas. I'm just seeing your comment. I can't even remember where the free kick was, to be honest with you. The foul was committed back in the U.S. zone half of the field. It was a free kick around midfield. Yeah, not in a dangerous area. 79 minutes played. 2-1 Honduras. That's the score line. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of this broadcast. What a nervy game it's been with a spot in the Olympics on the line. Here's Glad. He goes wide for Herrera ahead for Jonathan Lewis. Lewis shielding the ball. Back out wide with Herrera. A nice tackle there as it's last off of Palma. It will be a U.S. throw as more substitutions will be on the way. It'll be a double change from Honduras. Their second and third substitutions of the evening. And the two goal scorers will be coming off. Interestingly enough, so it'll be Luis Palma and Juan Obregon coming off. Obregon replaced by Martinez. And Palma will make way for Pinto. So Honduras getting some fresh legs out there. This will be a U.S. corner kick. Number 5 of the game with 10 minutes to play. We've reached the 80-minute mark in Guadalajara. It'll be Ewell to take this corner kick as usual. It's an in-swinging ball in. Headed away. It'll now be a corner kick on the other side of the pitch. Or will it? No, a foul has been called, I believe. Nope. No foul. It will be a corner indeed. Maldonado went down, but nothing called. This will be the 6th corner for the U.S. as Maldonado's helped up by the referee, clutching his left ear. 81st minute of play. Here's Ewell with the outswinger all the way through. Now it'll be chased down on the far side of the pitch by Sebastian Saucedo. Saucedo crossed the field, can't connect with Ewell. Now chasing it down is Kessler. He gets beat. And now here come Honduras, although that pass is turned right back over. Here is Ewell. Ewell ahead for Herrera. Good ball in, but a sliding effort from Garcia saves the day over the end line for another U.S. corner kick. Wow, this was a promising ball in from Herrera to the near post, and Garcia with last-ditch defending. That's big time from the Honduran defender. 82nd minute of play. Ewell with the outswinging ball in. Once again, it goes through everyone. And now it'll be sent ahead by Nunez, but no one getting on the end of that ball for Honduras. And back with it for the U.S. is Sam Vines. Vines finds Justin Glad. Glad back for Ochoa. Now it's Henry Kessler, the U.S. trailing by a goal. If this result holds, Honduras will advance to the Summer Olympics. Lewis wins the throw. Can the U.S. grab a late equalizer? We've played 83 minutes now. That through ball from Kessler takes a deflection. It is now controlled by Tanner Tessman. Tessman splitting the defense. Tessman with the ball in. It goes off of Lewis. And now it's picked up by Rodriguez. It will be out for another corner kick. Wow. Quickly taken by the U.S. Or rather, it was out for a throw-in. Nonetheless, here is Justin Glad. Now into the box. Here's Tessman. Tessman onto his left foot. Tries to lay it off. But a miscommunication and a turnover by the U.S. Although Honduras give it right back. It's Glad with a steal. Saucedo on the turn finds Lewis, who chests it down. Now it's laid back to Ferreira. Ferreira lost it. And that's a heavy challenge and a foul as he takes down Rodriguez, and this allows Honduras to waste more time. Let's go back to this chance from Lewis. Oh, he just mistimed the run. It went off his feet, but he was too far in front of the ball. Got there a bit too soon. Oh, wow. He was all alone at the back post. What a chance it was for Jonathan Lewis. 6 minutes to play. And down for Honduras is Rodriguez. That's an unnecessary tackle right there from Ferreira. It really is. Because all Honduras will now do is waste more time. Honduras with another change on the way. Coming off, it will be Rosales. Rosales replaced by Vuelto. So that's the substitution made by Honduras. 85th minute now. We're 5 away from second half stoppage time. We can expect a pretty substantial amount of stoppage time in the second half. Just because of all the stoppages we've had between the goals, the bookings. It's another bad giveaway by Ochoa, looking to pounce, but sending it way off target. Was Vuelto. Wow, I was holding my breath right there. Another mistake by Ochoa. For the second time today. This time, he doesn't pay for it, but he very well could have. Wow. All right, here come the U.S. Here's Jesus Ferreira driving forward. Ferreira's strike goes wide. It was an effort from way out, and you can tell right away he was frustrated that he took that shot. Shaking his head afterwards. It's a goal kick for Honduras. The U.S. need another moment of brilliance like we saw from Jackson Ewell early on in the second half. Honduras trying to hold on. It's taken eventually by Guidi. 4 minutes now to play until stoppage time. This is sent forward to Jose Reyes. That did go out of play. It appeared, but no, the flag isn't raised. That was out of bounds. But play continues. Here come Honduras. Here's Jose Reyes with a chance. Last-ditch effort to clear by Glad. He gets a foot on it, and the U.S. survive a real scare. Now Tessman under some pressure. Does draw the foul. Free kick for the United States. I thought that was clearly out on the far side, but the AR thought otherwise. Glad across the back for Henry Kessler. The red, white, and blue running out of time. Trailing by a goal, 87 minutes played. And that's a poor giveaway. Here come Honduras trying to put this game to bed. That shot blocked by Kessler. The effort coming from Vuelto, the substitute. Now Saucedo, good control. He'll win the throw. Long ball sent diagonally. Melendez gets that one for Honduras. Here is Rodriguez. Through ball blocked off by Kessler. But it's right back with Reyes. Now a strike from way out, and that sails over the bar. Goal kick for the U.S. Ochoa in a hurry to take it. 88th minute now. And here comes a U.S. change. Jonathan Lewis makes way. And in comes Johnny Cardoso. So there he is. Cardoso does come on for the United States. Two minutes plus stoppage time to go. I mean, the U.S. aren't purposely, playing D. They're committing all their numbers forward that when they do give it away, they can be vulnerable and have to recover at the back. Here's Herrera. Herrera's ball in, popped in the air. Guidi looking to claim it, and he does. He tracks it down. And now more time can be wasted by Honduras. Well, that's given away. Here's Pinto. Nice recovery. It's one back by Johnny Cardoso. Johnny up the line. It's kept in play. Trying to hold up with Soto. Now it's Soto through the midfield. Soto to the left side of the pitch. That pass takes a deflection. It's headed back a bit awkwardly by Garcia, but in the end, Guidi is there to claim it. We're in the 89th minute, approaching the 90th minute, Nicholas. Final minutes in Guadalajara. As Guidi will punt this one 3/4 the length of the field. Header won by Glad. Here's Tanner Tessman. Tessman looking to switch fields. He does so successfully. He finds Ferreira. Or rather, Saucedo. Saucedo coming inside. All the way across. Now on the right wing, it's Herrera. Herrera's ball in! Oh, it's headed away. It will be a corner. Sebastian Soto's down. He's in a lot of pain right now. As he's helped up, I should say. What a clearance by Maldonado. Just desperation on defense for Honduras. 5 minutes will be added on. 5 minutes remain here. That's how much stoppage time we'll have. The U.S. turn it over. They've got to get numbers back here. Here come Honduras. It's clipped into space. Vuelto, though, can't retain possession. It's nice work by the U.S. One back by Kessler. Kessler sends it ahead. A heavy tackle, but a clean one. As it's taken away, Herrera down for the U.S. 5 minutes are added on. 1 minute has been played, and it'll now be sent out of bounds. As Herrera's down. Oh, yeah. Like he landed awkwardly on the left shoulder. He does appear to be all right. He'll have to be to continue. Melendez plays it long. The U.S. all out of sorts defensively. They've got to track back. Honduras, though, are content with taking it to the corner flag. And it is out for a Honduras throw-in. About 3.5 minutes to play. And the U.S. down by a goal. Here's the ball sent in, cleared away by Herrera. It's a heavy first touch, though, by Johnny. And the U.S. can't keep it. 3 minutes left for the U.S. to grab an equalizer late. This is one back by the U.S. Played down the line. Chasing it down is Ferreira. Here's Ferreira, knocked away by Garcia. Ferreira with a quick throw. Gets it back from Johnny. Now it's clipped in by Herrera. Flicked on, but headed clear by Honduras. And here they come the other way. Sent down the line. Back to it is Glad. He'll go all the way back for Ochoa. Ochoa, the return ball for Glad. 93rd minute now. 2 minutes to play. The U.S. giving it everything they've got going forward. Henry Kessler trying to find an option. He gets it to Ewell in the middle. Ewell will switch it out wide. Here's Herrera. His cross is blocked in the way of that service with Pinto. If this result holds, it will be Honduras going to the Summer Olympics. The U.S. trying to change that late. They trail 2-1 with about 90-plus seconds to play. Here we go in the 94th minute. Corner kick taken by Ewell. Oh, it's headed wide. That was the chance. Johnny just could not get over that ball. Yeah, he jumped too early. He knows that was a glorious chance. The clock ticking away, under a minute to play now. Guiti will send it downfield for Honduras. Is there one last opportunity for the United States? Kessler sends it ahead, headed into the air, controlled by the chest, but unable to bring it down was Johnny, I believe. And then the other way, offsides, was Vuelto. It's a quick free kick taken by Glad. One last chance, about 15 seconds to play, but that long ball goes into the hands of Guiti. Oh. And this might be it. Is there enough time? This is all the way back to Ochoa, and that is it. There's the final whistle. It's disappointment once again for the U.S. as they fail to qualify for the Summer Olympics. Honduras 2, the U.S. 1, the final score. Wow. An all too familiar feeling for the U.S. Another chance to get back to a major tournament, and they fail to do so. Thank you, Lon. I appreciate it. Yeah, unfortunately, the result didn't go our way, but I'm glad you enjoyed the commentary. You as well, Nicholas. Thanks for the compliments. I appreciate it. Wow. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 10 when it comes to how upset I am right now. I really thought we'd qualify, and it was always going to be a failure if we didn't. And what do you know? We failed to qualify for the third time in a row. The last time U.S. men's soccer has played in the Olympics, I should say, was 2008. It's been way too long, and now the wait will be until at least 2024. So an updated look at the tournament bracket. Honduras qualify for the Olympics, and they will await the winner of Mexico and Canada in the final on Tuesday night at 9 Eastern time. Coming up next, it is Mexico and Canada. The winner of that semifinal will qualify for the Olympics this summer. Yeah, it stinks. It's awful. But yeah, well, Nicholas, good luck for Canada. I hate Mexico more than anyone else in CONCACAF, so I'll be pulling for Canada to pull off the upset. But absolute disappointment. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast nonetheless, as I am Samuel Reese signing off saying so long, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.